The moving menace is back, and he wants to move your stuff.
He's a lifelong troublemaker. More than 30 criminal convictions, many involving theft. 4 years ago, a Fox 6 investigation helped put him in prison.
And now he's back on the street, and Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson discovered he's back in business.
Dan,
They say a leopard
how's it going?
Oh my goodness.
can never change its spot.
Hey, what's up?
So, you're back in the moving business?
So it's hardly a surprise
Can I talk to you about that?
You're not allowed on my property.
that fresh out of the lockup, Daniel Berczyk is back in the moving business.
Yeah, this is Dan.
This is Dan from the moving company.
Yeah.
It's been 4 years since the Fox 6 investigators first exposed Berczyk as a disreputable mover
Do you understand? Get off my property.
and a habitual criminal with more than 24 convictions,
Get off my property.
many involving the theft of other people's property.
If you ever get my face again, I'm gonna bust in your mouth.
After we dubbed him the moving menace in 2008, police say Berczyk went on a drug-fueled crime spree, breaking into cars all over southeastern Wisconsin. He fled the state, got picked up in Arizona, was extradited to Wisconsin, and sent to prison.
I believe that Fox 6 saved my life.
Since his release last summer, Berczyk has opened a tattoo parlor in Muskego.
Now, I'm sober today because of you.
He named it Menace, Inc.
I named my company after you guys because you gave me the name.
Berczyk says it's a sign of respect.
He's making a joke out of it.
Crystal Wilborn begs to differ.
He's laughing at the people that he's scammed or stolen from, basically. I mean, that's sad.
2 months ago, she was looking for a local mover to haul the contents of her 4-bedroom ranch into storage.
So I decided to go online, and the first one that came up was the Incredible Moving.
Incredible Moving quoted her a rate of $119 an hour for 3 men and a truck. It was the lowest price she'd found.
Sounds incredible.
Her boyfriend Rob had paid another company roughly $1,200 to move them a couple of years earlier, and they were hoping Incredible Moving could do it for less.
You know, I asked him how long it would take. He said, oh, we can get this done in a day.
This man, who identified himself as Pete, came to the house for an estimate. He told her 1 truck could handle the job.
He said a semi, or a little smaller than a semi were his words.
The day of the move, though, Crystal says the workers showed up late with a truck that was way too small. It took several trips over the course of 2 days to empty out the house.
I called periodically throughout this move, and, you know, I said, this is taking too long.
2 years ago, Blue Mound Express moved them into this house in 10 hours. But according to the invoice from Incredible Moving and Storage, it took 39.5 hours to move them out. And Berczyk handed them a bill for more than $5,500.
My heart just dropped. I mean, you know, 1, we don't have that kind of money. I mean, 2, that was more than 3 times what we had paid a year and a half before for more stuff to be moved. And I mean, I was just in shock.
When the couple balked at the price, Berczyk threatened to sell their stuff. He wouldn't even tell them where it was until they paid the bill in full.
And I said, you're holding my stuff hostage.
It's a scary feeling.
So Rob and Crystal went to Muskego Police.
The officer's quote to us was that these guys really know what they're doing.
Officers there helped them negotiate a lower price, then arranged for Milwaukee police to escort them to the self-storage lot at 9th and Grange, where Berczyk had taken their belongings.
We were mortified. I mean, I'm getting choked up about it now. I mean, our things were just thrown into these trailers. I mean, just thrown in there.
Rob called the Fox 6 investigators, and we paid Berczyk a visit.
How's it going?
Oh my goodness.
The last time we tried to talk to him,
Get off my property.
he kicked us off his parents' front porch in Muskego.
You're not allowed on my property.
This time, the ex-con called the cops on us.
All I know is that he wanted you off his property.
So police asked us to move.
I guess maybe if you went and stood over here near the street sign.
About 5 feet to the west. We did, but Berczyk never came out. It wasn't until days later that he agreed to do an interview.
All the stuff was falling out of the bottoms of the boxes. They were using used boxes that they got out of a dumpster. I don't know if you're a mover, but I'm a mover. Everybody hates to move boxes that are different sizes.
Berczyk was never actually at the house, so he's relying on his workers to tell him what they saw.
A lot of stuff didn't have bottoms, sides, no wrapping. It was just unprepared.
Crystal took pictures that show furniture was disassembled and boxes were stacked in the living room, family room, bedroom, and garage. The pictures were taken 4 days before the move. Still, Berczyk insists she wasn't ready.
What is that? That looks like a hat. Okay. This hat should be in a box. All this stuff still needs to go in boxes.
But it was something else, he said, when Crystal came to get the bill that haunts her.
He said, oh, you're the one in the pictures.
And I said, oh, you must be the lady everybody was talking about in the pictures.
Crystal is a former model with a private collection of risque photos, and she thinks the movers may have been rifling through her stuff, a concern that's bolstered by something another renter at the storage lot said to Rob when Fox 6 equipped him with a hidden camera.
They had throughout the whole parking lot.
I know, they ransacked my stuff.
Well, yeah, they were throwing their bag, they were going through everything.
I'm like, okay, what else did they go through of ours?
Berczyk says it was Crystal who was showing off for the workers.
She wanted them to take pictures. She was showing them when she was a model and stuff.
In fact, Berczyk seems to have an answer for just about everything, except for basic questions like, who owns Incredible Moving and Storage?
You answer the phone, you quote the prices.
Not all
You're
the time.
the one answering the questions of what happened on the move
forwarded to
job.
my phone to help out.
You dispatch trucks to the location. I mean, you do all the work,
No,
but it's not your company?
Really. I only do this stuff in a pinch, just to help out.
If it's not Daniel Berczyk, then who is it?
I'm not at liberty to tell people stuff that's not my business.
See, trailers are not really designed for storage. But
Remember Pete?
yeah, that's me. My nickname is Pete.
His legal name is also Dan, as in Daniel Berczyk Sr.
You should have hired guys to come and pack your house for a week.
For years, he and his son have operated a series of moving companies under different names, including Affordable Moving and Storage, All About Moving and Storage, and Best Way Movers. And more recently, we found phone numbers connected to Dan Jr., Sr., or both that are listed in ads for Incredible Movers, Big Red Movers, Discount Moving and Storage, and a host of no-name moving ads for a family-owned company with a great reputation. Just ask for Dan.
Why so many different names? Why keep changing it?
To tell you, man.
It's a family business. But if you hope they're going away anytime soon,
You know what? I'm just about ready to get out of the movie business.
don't bet on it.
So you plan to stay in the movie business?
Absolutely. I love moving furniture.
Now, Rob and Crystal say they are still finding items that were damaged during the move, but Incredible Movers tells them they are only insured up to 60 cents per pound per item. That is a basic minimum level of insurance known in the moving industry as released value. For instance, say you have a 10-pound vase. It might be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, but the mover would only be liable for up to $6 if it's damaged. So an important lesson here, when you hire a mover, at the very least, find out what kind of insurance they offer to make sure you're protected.